Hey guys, welcome to another training session with Apliso. And today we want to talk about digital marketing strategies and why it is important for you to have a strategy in place while running a campaign. Of course, every successful campaign that you have out there started with a strategy plan. Strategy started with what they want to do, how they want to do it, what they want to achieve, and how they want to achieve it. So it is very, very important for you as a digital marketer to know how to come up with strategies that is going to work for a particular brand or the kind of message that you want to put out there. What are the things that you need? What is required of you before you can actually launch out there and get your message into people's faces. So that's what we're going to be looking at. That's what we're going to be looking at in today's class, and I want you to come along with me. So the first thing you need to do as a digital marketer that wants to run a campaign is first of all understand your products. Having a full knowledge of the product that you want to offer, then the next thing is for you to know your target audience. This product or services that I am offering, that I am rendering, who is it for? Who are my likely customers? Who are the people that are going to patronize me and buy what I am selling? So once you have all those information and you know your customer, you know how they interact, you know their demography, you know their interests, you know their pain points. The pain point is what is mostly is what is more important than every other thing, because you're trying to bring a solution to them. You're trying to solve a problem, and the moment you have a problem you want to solve, you have a product that you want to, that can solve that problem, then you have something good at hand that is going to bring you maybe profit at the end of the day if you're not running an NGO. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at how to come up with a strategy and all the things that are required of you. What are the things that a typical strategy document comprises is what we're going to be looking at in the course of this video, and we're going to jump right straight into it. Now, the first thing you want to do is to give a summary of what you want to of what your campaign is all about. You want to summarize it briefly and let us know what you are trying to achieve with what, and what's the objective and all the main components. So you want to do an executive summary. Mind you, if you come up with a strategy, the goal is to present it to someone that you want to buy the idea that you are bringing on board. So it's going to be either be a board of directors or the whole team that are involved in the process of the in the running of the campaign, or it could just be a client that you're working for and has requested for a digital marketing strategy document. So that's the whole essence of this. You want to give them a brief overview of all the strategies that you're going to implement in the course of the campaign that you're running, and you then summarize the purpose and expected outcomes. Then once you're done with that, you move on to the next thing to do. The next thing is to define your goal and objective. Define clear and measurable goal, e.g. For example, if you want to do, if brand awareness is the thing, if lead generation or conversion is what you want to achieve, then you need to spell it out. Write it in clear terms that is understandable by everyone that is going to come across it. Then outline specific KPIs, key performance indicators that align with each of the goals that you have created. KPIs could be the number of people that are responding, that are interacting with your ad, the number of people that are visiting your website, the number of people that are ultimately buying or taking actions that you require them to. So this will help you know how to tweak, or how to know that you're performing well or you're not performing up to average or anything. Then know how you can take the next. It will inform you or guide you in the next line of actions that you're going to take. So it's very important that you define your goals and objective. Then the next thing to do is to have a target audience. Outline who your target audience are, describe them, the demography, the psychography, and the behavior of your target audience. Of course, you know different age groups or different generations have similar patterns, have a different pattern of behavior and the way they actually move or behave on the internet. So you want to define your target audience. You want to spell them out clearly. Include customer persona with needs, challenges, and their motivation. How these people move, how they interact. You want to outline all of those so that we can have a clear understanding of the people that you're trying to get your message across to. Then you understand their digital habits, their preferred platform, and content types. For example, a typical Gen Z, you definitely want to find them on TikTok, or some of them can be on Instagram. But if you're looking for older generations, you have a large number of them on Facebook, right? And that's just the way it is. So you know how to reach them on their preferred platform and reach them with the message that that they can resonate with, right? So it's very important. Another thing you need to do is to do a competitive analysis. Who are your competitors in this field? Because clearly you are not the only one doing or offering the same the kind of services that you're offering. So who are the people that have done it or have gone ahead of you and are doing it well? What are they doing that is working for them? What are they not doing right? You need to analyze them. You need to know their strengths and weaknesses. You need to know what is a threat to them. Then you're going to highlight what makes you unique and in comparison to your competitors, right? That will give you a better understanding of what your competitors are doing right and how to outperform them. The goal is to outperform them and ultimately to make more sale than they do. So you definitely want to know what they're not doing well, and you want to leverage on that with your own unique selling point, right? So another thing you need to do is to define your marketing channels. List out all the channels that you plan to use. It could be SEO, social media, email, and PPC. Maybe not all this channel is going to work for you, right? Maybe all of them can work for you. It depends on how you want to use them or what you want to use them for. Then you go and put your content out there, right? SEO might not work for a little business. PPC definitely is going to work for everyone. PPC will help you reach people beyond your current followers or your current community. Social media, of course, we know is going to work, but not all social media is going to work for everyone. For example, a food vendor might not necessarily need a LinkedIn, except you have another goal in mind, which is not direct retail or direct sale, or maybe you just want to interact and find investors or people that you can collaborate with, and so on and so forth, depending on how you use it though. But yeah, if your goal as a food vendor or maybe a small business is to do direct sales, you know that LinkedIn is not an option. You might want to leverage Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat to do your advertisement and all of those, or to put out your content out there. Then email marketing, depending on how you use it, is not for everyone, right? But definitely is one of the most effective channel where you can engage or interact with your existing community and so on and so forth. So you also describe the purpose of each channel and how it aligns with your goal. Detail the content type, frequency, and approach of each channel is very important. Then the next thing you need to do is to define or you outline your content strategies. How do you want to communicate with people? Is it through videos? Is it through blog post content? Is it through infographics? So all of these type of contents have their own use and purpose, right? If you want to explain something to a typical Gen Z or okay, don't let me use Gen Z. If you want to reach out to people that have short attention span, right, you might want to leverage videos that are very short and simple, right? But if you want to do a well detailed explanation, then you might consider a blog post where you can have your own platform and do all the writing and all the communication as much as you would want to. But if you want to keep it short and simple and just hit it on the head, straightforward to the point, then you might want to leverage infographics, right, and give them the data and all the statistics and the details they need in a very short piece. Then that's the way to go. So what kind of content are you creating? You need to also define the content theme, the tone, and the voice. Very important. How you communicate, the tone of conversation is very important. And lastly, creating a content calendar with timelines, key dates, and campaign details, right? So in the course of our training, I will share all of this with us. Maybe a typical content calendar, how it looks like, the campaign details, and every other thing that you need to know. Then the next thing you want to do is your ad and media strategy. Specify the ad platforms. Do you want to run a Google ads? Do you want to run Facebook? Do you want to run LinkedIn ads? So which one is going to work for your business? Which one will help you get the right people? Of course, Google ads are the ones that will appear on YouTube, the ones that are going to appear on websites that people visit. And Facebook is a social media platform. Of course, it's going to run on Facebook itself and can run on Instagram, depending on what you want to achieve. Then LinkedIn ads, of course, it runs on LinkedIn. So all of these ad platforms, which one are you using? Then outlining the budget allocation, the bidding strategy, the targeting tactics, and so on and so forth. Then set a clear objective for each of the campaign and include your targeting strategies, right? Retargeting strategies is simply reaching back again to people that have once seen your ads, people that have once interacted with your ads, or people that are following you, or people that have visited your website and have not taken any action. You want to reach out to them again with what you are selling or what you are trying to communicate with them. Then the next thing, what are your SEO and SEM strategy? SEO stands for search engine optimization, and SEM is search engine marketing. The difference between them is one is paid for, one is not paid for, right? The paid for one is the one that appears on Google's top 3 result. The ones that appear on Google's result page, the top 3 content that you see on Google result page, most of them are paid for ads, right? And the ones that are organically created, so SEO content, right? So detail the keyword research, optimization, on-page optimization, link building strategies. You need to outline the search engine marketing tactics if using paid ads. Then set up benchmark for ranking and traffic goals. These are the things that you need to put in place and ensure for a very good strategy. So email marketing. Are you using email marketing? Define the email marketing goals. Is it to nurture leads? Is it to increase content? Is it to increase engagement? Let us know what you are doing and what each of the actions that you're taking, what is it going to lead to. Outline the frequency, content team, target segments for each email campaign. Include metrics for assessing email performance like open rates, click-through rates, bounce rates, maybe people opening your email and not reading and all of that. So you want to know all of this information and you want to outline them and the metrics for assessing the email performance. So the next one is social media strategy. List platforms and define content goal for each strategy and define the content goals for each. Define engagement tactics and posting schedules. Include influencer marketing plans if applicable. Of course, we know the power of influencer marketing these days and how effective it is. If it is required for your business or is required for the organization or the client you're working for, include it in your strategy document and let them know how effective it's going to be for what you're trying to achieve. Then conversion rate optimization. Describe tactics for optimizing the user journey on your website and landing pages. Highlight A/B testing, call to action, strategies, and UX improvements. Set benchmarks for measuring improvement and conversion rates. The moment you do all of this and you make so the whole essence of a digital marketing strategy is for you to present it to people that are like the people that call the shots, right? And you want to convince them what we are doing, how we're going to go about it, and the results that we're going to get eventually. So you want to set the benchmark for measuring improvement and conversion rates. Then in all of this, You are also analyzing, you are keeping an eye on what is working, what is not working, what are the performance indicators. You define which metrics will be tracked to measure success for each goal, set up methods for data collection and reporting frequency, outline tools to be used, Google Analytics, media insights, and social media insights, and so on and so forth. So if you do this and you have all of this in your document, the chances are you have a document that is going to get an approval, right? And every other thing that needs to go into the strategy document, that is being aligned in the documents, then is good to go. So yeah, more importantly, another thing that needs to be in the strategy is the budget allocation. Let them know how much you are going to be spending, how much you're spending on each platform. Give them a detailed breakdown of the money that is going to be spent, how you're going to be spending it, what are you spending on, and the whole expenses. Include a total budget and how it will be allocated across different channels. Include expected cost for paid media, software tools, content production, etc. Then also make you should also have miscellaneous money or contingency money, right? Money that you're not money that will go for what is unplanned for, right? So you should also have that in your budget allocation. Then setting timeline is very important. Timeline and milestones. At some in the first 1 week, in the first 1 month, in the first 3 months, in the first quarter, in the next 6 months, this is the timeline for the campaign. So this is what we are doing at each stage and every point in time. Include a timeline for major campaign, content rollout, assessment, and so on and so forth. Set quarterly or monthly milestone for evaluating progress. Very, very important, right? So we know that, okay, this campaign is running for 6 months, and in these 6 months, this is every activity that we're going to be doing from the very first day to the last day of the campaign. You want to outline all of this so that people can be carried along with you. Then risk management and contingency plan. You need to list potential risk. Maybe, for example, platform changes. For example, Instagram might just decide to yank off a particular feature of their platform that you know that is going to work for you. Then if they eventually do that, what are you going to do in return? How are you going to navigate it or manage the situation? Then ad fatigue is another thing. That has to do with when people see your ads too much, and you want to come up with new content or fresh content that will bring about new excitement. So low engagement too. Those are the what are you going to do in that situation? Outline contingency actions and backup plans. And once you do this, there are low risk. There are low chances that your campaign is going to fail, right? So lastly, you review and the last thing to do now is the review and approval process. Define who will review and approve various stages of the strategies. Establish a feedback loop for adjustment based on performance. And so what that means is that you come up with a very outstanding strategy. Does not mean that people will not criticize it. Does not mean that people will buy all the ideas that you've brought on board. So that's the need for feedback and for you to make adjustment here and there. And once you do all of that, then your content your strategy plan is good to go. So I think we've been with all of this, we've been able to touch on what digital marketing strategy involves and everything that needs to be in a typical digital marketing strategy document. So if you find this video helpful, you can rewatch it again. You can so you can pick one or two things that you did not in the course of watching this, and make sure that you get used to it and use this as a guide for the one that you're going to be coming with in the course of this training. Thank you.